I heard that the story is filled with funny moments and that the characters are so exceptional and lovable, and I cannot wait to dive into the series. Hello besties! Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. And today we are going to talk about all the books that I want to read in the upcoming month of June. And the first book that I really want to read, and I already talked to you about it, I think I said when I was doing the unboxing, I was like, I need to read these books because they look absolutely stunning and I want to discover these characters. This is book 1 in the Legacy of the Nine Realms by Amelia Hutchins. This is called Flames of Chaos. This is an adult paranormal romance and it is pitched as a dark and sensual epic fantasy series that is set in a world of magic realms, mystical creatures, royal intrigue, and betrayals. And I heard that the main male character in these books is the anti-hero and that he is a true predator, and that the main female character is going to surprise him and he's finally going to meet his match. I'm so excited to witness that. His name is Nox and he's set on revenge for the people who have been killed, the people of his kingdom, but also his son who have been killed by the Hecate witches over 500 years ago. And Arya is one of the Hecate witches and she's said to be one of the most powerful one no one has ever seen. People who read this book said that it is full of action. We have also interesting characters and that is full of dark humor and steamy romance, and I'm so excited to read this finally. And the next book that I want to read, this was one of the books that I put on my spring TBR, and this is the last, no, not the last, I still have Magnolia Parks, but this is one of the 2 last books that I need to read from that TBR. It is Throne of the Fallen by Kerri Maniscalco. This is the first book in her new interconnected standalone series of adult fantasy that is set in the same world as Kingdom of the Wicked, and we are following the other princes of hell. And in this book we are following Prince Envy. I am so excited for this book. I heard only great things about it. I don't know much about this book, as I told you before, and I try to avoid as many spoilers as I can from Instagram, from like the fan art and stuff, so I don't know a lot. Only that we have a deadly game and Prince Envy is a part of the game, and of course he's there to win, and we are going to have a steamy romance, and I am here for it. I am so excited to finally pick this one up. And the next book that I want to read in the next month is Zhara. It is pronounced Zhara, not Zara. I'm going to read this book this month because the second book, the sequel to this one, the Illumicrate special edition of the sequel, is going on sale on June 25th. And I really want to know if I want to buy it or not. So I need to read this one to see if I'm interested enough in continuing on with the series or not. All I know about this book is that it is pitched as Sailor Moon meets Cinder, and that makes me so happy, even more excited to pick it up. And yeah, I really hope I love it. This is a YA fantasy. All I know is that magic is forbidden in this world and that magicians are called abominations, and they are blamed for the plague of monsters that razed the land years ago. And Zhara is living with her cruel stepmother and young sister, and she has magic that she's hiding from them, until one day she encounters a man, a young man, his name is Han, who introduces her to a secret magical organization called the Guardians of Dawn, which is the name of the series. And the people in this organization are fighting against the plague that transforms magicians into monsters. And they believe a demon is responsible for all of that. I heard that the world building in this book is inspired by Asian mythology, and that it is very comparable to the Daughter of the Moon Goddess books. And that drew me in instantly because I loved the world building in those books. It felt like being a part of a dream. And I really do hope I get the same feeling from this book too, along with some exciting adventure. The next books that I want to read, it is a complete duology. I want to reread Song of Silver Flame Like Night, and then jump straight into the finale and sequel, Dark Star Burning Ash Falls White. Yes, these titles are a mouthful, but I love these books. I love the first book. I hope I love the finale too. And these are YA fantasy. In these books, we follow a girl. Her name is Lan. She's trying to survive in a fallen kingdom after they colonize them. And she has a strange mark burned in her hand that her mother left her before she died. It was her last act that she did before she died. And she's trying to figure out the meaning of that mark. Until she meets Zen. He is one of the practitioners, which means that he is one of the last magicians of the last kingdom. And he has never seen anything like Lan's mark, but he knows where to find answers. I cannot wait to get back into this world and meet these characters again. They were so lovable, and the world building was so immersive and magical, and I hope that I loved the first book as much as I loved it the first time, and I hope that the second book lives up to my expectations. And I think one of you commented on one of my videos and said that she already read the second book and that it was even better than the first one, and that made me even more excited to pick it up. So I'm so excited for these two. Next up, I'm going to read the newest release by Emily Henry, Funny Story. This is an adult contemporary romance, and in this book we follow Daphne, who her fiance left her, I think during their wedding ceremony, I'm not sure. He left her for his childhood best friend, and all I know is that we have a roommate situation where our female protagonist becomes roommates with her ex-fiance, new fiance, ex-boyfriend, if that makes sense. And they find themselves in a fake dating situation. Yes, I love fake dating so much. It's one of my favorite tropes. And also people who read the book said it was so romantic and sweet, but at the same time was very steamy, in that we also have forced proximity with friends to lovers trope. I'm so happy that I'm going to pick this up finally and let you know what I think about it. And the next book is also an adult contemporary romance, and it is also a new release by Abby Jimenez. It is just for the summer. Everyone is reading this book and everyone is loving it, and I want to be in on that. All right. And also the plot of the book is so unique. I know that we are following our main character Justin, who has a curse. Everyone he gets into a relationship with, after they break up, they find their happily ever after, they find their true love. And his story becomes very famous on Reddit, and a woman finds out about it and sends him a DM and basically tells him that I have the same problem. You are not alone in this. And what they do is that they try to find a solution to their common problem. So they decide to date each other and then break up so their curses cancel each other out. And of course, after that, they go in their separate ways, and each one of them supposedly will fall in love and end up with their soulmates, and the story develops from there. I heard that the story was so well written, and that the writing flows, and that the characters are very well developed, and that they have so much depth. Overall, I keep hearing the most amazing reviews about this book, and I need to see it for myself. That's why I put it on my June TBR. And the next book that I'm going to pick up is a cozy mystery, because after that I finished reading Veronica Roos Breaks the Bank, the novella in the Finlay Donovan series, and also the fourth book in the series, Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice. I feel like I need more of that vibe. I need the humor, and I need the sassiness, and like the quirkiness. I need it all. So I want to pick up a similar vibe, cozy mystery, so I'm going to start reading a new series. Why not at this point? I'm like in the middle of a million series, so adding one to it. And I also just added Flames of Chaos too, so it's fine, it's okay. The series is called Riley Thorn by Lucy Score, and the first book is called Riley Thorn and the Dead Guy Next Door. And of course, it is a romantic comedy murder mystery. In this book, we open up with Riley Thorn, who is divorced and who is living in a mansion with a handful of elderly roommates, and she's experiencing clairvoyant visions, but most of the time she is just ignoring them and she does not care about them. And one of the visions that she got involves a neighbor, and that same neighbor turns up dead. And we have Nick Santiago, who is a private investigator. And by the way, Nick is also the detective in the Finley Donovan series. I hope he's as good as our Nick. And he is a hot private investigator, and he's determined to find out who the murderer is and help her solve the whodunit. And of course, things get more interesting from there. I heard that the story is filled with funny moments and that the characters are so exceptional and lovable, and I cannot wait to dive into the series. And that was the last book that I have put on my January TBR, but I think if I have the time, I will add a couple of thrillers in there because I feel like I'm in the mood for thrillers now. So yeah. If you made it this far, leave me the smiling sun emoji and let me know about your June TBR. And if you loved the video, please give it a like and share it with your friends and family. That would help me out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe and join the beautiful, amazing community of book besties here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!